Alright, welcome ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the very first Beyblade talk show hosted by Singapore Beyblade Society. My name is Jeremy Lim. I will be your host for this segment. So today, I have two very special guests. Please welcome my first guest. He is known for appearing on national TV and also owning his own YouTube channel. Let me welcome Alan Koo, the Alright Blader.
Hey! Hello everyone! Hi! Thanks for having me. Thank you so much.
Cool. So now that we have Alan, we have our second guest. He is quite a big shot. He is a game master in the local community for WBBA. He is also a staff member from the World Beyblade Organization, WBO. Let us welcome the Beyblader 101, Faturaman Yasir.
Good. All's good.
Yeah.
Let them introduce themselves.
Hello. Hi everyone. So I'm Alan, as Jeremy has introed. I used to have a YouTube channel called The Alright Blader. So Alright on YouTube. Used to do Beyblade content. You can find me in the live events for Beyblade. Whenever there's Beyblade events, I'll be there.
Okay, cool. So what about you, Yasin?
I'm Yasin, also known as Beyblader 101, like Jeremy said. I've been playing Beyblade for very long, competitively since 2017, but I've been playing like previous generations of Beyblade since I was very young. And now I'm here for the new generation.
Truly
Right.
a long time blader.
That's
Been
really,
blading
really...
for a very long time.
That's right. So both of them have given a brief self-introduction. So this is the very first episode. Also, let me have a chance to introduce myself. So again, my name is Jeremy. As you can see, I'm wearing this top over here. It's been a very, very long time since I last donned it. I have been a Beyblade Game Master since I was 15. So it has been a good 12 years already.
Whoa.
My life.
That's
So
Surprised he still fit you.
yes, it really fits, but it still fits. So
still in shape. Still in good shape. Still in
You
good shape.
got more muscular.
gym, bro, gym.
You take it as that.
Yes, correct. So thankfully it still fits, brings back a lot of memories, very good memories. So throughout my Game Master path and experience in Beyblade, from all the way from Meta Fight to Beyblade Burst, and now the upcoming Beyblade X is coming out. So I have evolved with the Beyblade from a Game Master, and now I am one of the co-organizers for Beyblade Singapore community.
Everything evolved, the shirt don't evolve. Still wear the same shirt.
One more thing evolved. My weight also evolved. That's right.
No, it's the gym.
Must be the muscle mass lah.
Muscle mass.
Muscle mass.
Okay, cool. So now that we have gotten our self-introduction done, so what you guys think we'll be doing today for the very first episode?
What? I don't know. What does it say? What Yasin? What does it say? What does it say? Dran Sword and Hell Scythe.
That's right. So for today's episode, we will be talking about Dran Sword and Hell Scythe. Okay, bam, boom.
So
Okay,
here are the first two starters of the new generation of Beyblade.
that's right. So by the time you'll be watching this episode, this should be the first time you see someone bringing this out first in local Singapore. So because this is yet to be out in the local market, so this will be released during. Stay tuned to the end of the video. When it's coming out in Singapore.
Such a tease.
Alright, so let's get into the topic. Okay, so first up, like Ella mentioned, we have Dran Sword and Hell Scythe. You can see both from the protagonists of the anime series, also known as Kamen X. He will be the helper to help our new fella Bert. If I'm not wrong, Bert.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's the main character of the show. So
okay.
Mr. Dran Sword user will help him get to the top of Tower X.
So finally,
It's more like a friendship lah.
Yes,
between them.
it's like
you
alliance.
helping me.
Oh,
It's like a sensei,
So the blue helped the red lah.
Yeah.
So Jeremy helped.
Finally, though, the Red Bay is the main Beyblade. For the whole 7 to 8 years of Beyblade Burst, it has always been the two main protagonists, right? Spriggan and Valkyrie.
Right.
And Valkyrie is Valk's Beyblade, is the main character's Beyblade, and Spriggan has always been the secondary Beyblade. So finally, right now, we have the red Beyblade, Scythe, as your main character. And I'm very excited about that.
What about you, Yasin? What are your first thoughts about the two new starters for starts?
I've seen them battling online, and I think that the battles are really explosive because it's Beyblade X, right? Which we will get to later, right? So far, I think they're really great, and I can't wait to get my hands on them.
You already have your hands on them.
Okay, but I can't wait to battle them when they officially come out locally, right?
Yeah, that's right. So maybe we can give the viewers some run through on what's on the box itself. Yeah.
So
Okay, let's cut into the zoom in. So first up, we will be talking about BX-01 Dran sword.
yay, Dran sword!
Yes!
Blue.
Okay, so wow, yes,
blue.
wow,
It's
I'm
blue.
glad to know, Yasin.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell it was blue. I couldn't tell it was blue.
Very
But
blue.
so as we said just now, this is a starter. So you can see every starter includes a launcher, right? So let's flip to the back to see what this comes with. So Yasin, could you run us through the parts, please?
Okay, so currently for Beyblade X, each Beyblade X has 3 components. So this is the blade, this is the ratchet, and this is the bit. So the blade is like the layer in Beyblade Burst, right? So the blade is called Dran sword, and this is the ratchet. You can think of it as a disc. It's called 3-60. So basically, the first number stands for the number of sides that the ratchet has. So in this case, it's 3. So it's 3 sides. And 60 is just the height. So as we get to later products, we'll see more height variations of the ratchet. And the bit is what determines the movement of the Beyblade. So Dran sword comes with flat bit. So as the entire name is Dran sword 360 flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Yasin. So
Awesome.
let's talk about the next starter that we have, which is Scythe. So obviously, Yasin,
It's red.
it's red.
It's
yeah.
red.
Oh my
Yes.
God, it's red. Thank you. Oh.
Yes.
Thank God that we can see color
Yes.
when it's such a difficult thing to do. Anyway, so yeah, so again, right, it's a starter, so it includes the launcher as well. So let's take a look at what Scythe comes with. So Yasin,
Alright, so same thing, blade, ratchet, bit. So the blade is called Scythe. It's red. Oh, now wow. And
Wow.
it has 4 sides. Unlike I should say that Dran sword has 3 sides. So slightly different number of sides. Then the ratchet also has 4 sides.
which is also different from Dran sword, which has 3 sides. So that's why this is 460, where Dran sword is 360. So both of them are 60 millimeters tall.
Yeah.
But the 4 and 3 just determines how many sides they have.
So it determines the contact points basically. And lastly, we have the bits, which is called
T.
tapered. Yeah, T stands for tapered. So it's like flat, but it has a taper shape to it. Kind of like
Wow.
semi-flat in MFB.
You say like never say like that. Taper means got taper shape.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks.
thanks a
It,
lot.
it, it, it has a cone shape. You'll see later.
Okay. So you know what? It's hard to see from the
Yeah.
packaging, right? So let's take it out of the box and see what we have. So let's take these two out of the box.
Boom.
Boom.
Getting the launch.
Okay, so we're starting with Scythe first?
Sure.
Okay. So we can talk about the launcher first since it's gonna be the same for both. Here is the launcher for the Beyblade X series. This is the wind up launcher. So very simple to launch your Beyblade. Simply attach them at the bottom, pull the winder, and there you go. So Yasin, could you tell us what's so special about this wind up launcher as compared to wind up launchers from the previous generations?
Okay, so first thing you'll notice when putting the ripcord in, right, the spring in, is that unlike the previous launchers where you put it in this way, you actually have to flip it the other way. That's because inside this winder launcher, it has a gear multiplier which flips the side of the ripcord when you go in. What the gear multiplier does is basically it just increases the spin, the gear ratio. So which means that even with a tiny launcher like this, you can pull really hard because that's the thing, right? With previous ripcord launchers, it has always been very weak, right?
Yeah.
But this launcher, you're gonna see later, it launches super hard. Really, it's good for starters. Really.
So really, out of the box, you can already be
Yeah,
at that
that-
high tier player. You
Definitely.
already have a good launcher right out of
Yeah.
the box. So that's very cool. That's very cool. So let's talk about the main attraction, right? Everyone's
Yes,
here
of
for
course.
the Beyblade. So
Beyblade itself.
we're starting with Scythe this time. So let's disassemble it real quick. How do we disassemble?
Okay, so you see the ratchet here, right? So you turn it counterclockwise. Oh, sorry, no, you turn it clockwise. Which right?
Do
Oh,
not
wait,
need to
wait.
take out the bit.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Okay, so first you take out the bit,
Okay.
then you turn it clockwise. You turn the ratchet clockwise. Disassemble.
So here we have the three parts of Scythe, which is the blade. So here is Scythe, the ratchet, which is 460, and then we have the bit, which is tapered. So let's go talk about them one by one, shall we? Starting with the blade. So what can you tell us about the blade, Yasin, other than the fact it's red?
Great, my friend.
It's filled with metal contact, so
Yeah.
we should say that Beyblade X is like fully metal contact, right? Which some of older fans might appreciate. Older
So
Beyblade fans.
definitely there's way more metal this time around.
It has four sides, kind of circular, but when it comes to the contact here, you can see the sharp edge. So it still has the potential to blow, like do immense impact with others.
Yeah, cool
Okay.
stuff.
Just to add on, just a quick add on from their comments. So Scythe is actually a balance type Beyblade.
Right, yes.
So-
I should mention.
So this is actually one of the very first balance type Beyblade that the main character owns instead of the
Right, because usual
attack type.
is attack type. Yes.
Correct.
That's why we got mixed up at the start because we thought Dran was the main character, but no, Scythe is the main character this time. So
Yep.
I think that's why you can see the shape is more circular. I'd say
Yeah.
it's definitely
It's still a balance type, so there's still some edges. So overall, it has defense and attack ability, right? So
Yeah.
that's why it's a balance type.
yeah. So let's talk about the ratchet up next, which is 460. So it pairs incredibly well with Scythe because Scythe has 4 main contact points. So the 4 points of the ratchet pairs greatly with Scythe. It fits, it works.
Yep.
Yeah. What else can you tell us about it?
Currently, it's the 60 height, 60 millimeters. When we get to other bays in the future, then we'll see a difference in height with other ratchets. For now, it's red.
Oh,
And-
thank
and
you.
4
thank you,
sides.
Yes. Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Glad to have you here, man, as our expert.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome. You're
So
welcome.
the last part is, of course, the bit. So this is what determines the movement of the Beyblade, how it will move around the stadium. So Yasin, you mentioned earlier this is tapered. So
Yep.
why is it tapered? And don't tell me because it's tapered.
Well, it has a cone shape, so it's like a flat, but it's rounded off on the sides. You can see it. So it does the aggressive movement of flat, but it's slightly less aggressive. You can see later compared to the normal flat.
And you can also notice that with the new drivers, right, or the new tips of
The
the
bits.
bit, yeah, what we call the tip of the Beyblade, right, the new bit, you'll notice that each one of them have these like gear-looking pieces,
Structure, yeah.
gear structure over it, right? What this does is actually the new gimmick of Beyblade X, which is the extreme belt that you can find on the stadium, which we'll show off later on. So stay tuned, guys. So yeah, that is Scythe.
Now,
So let's-
we showed how to
Yeah, please.
disassemble, right? So now,
so show
let's-
them how to assemble it.
so you see the white part here, right? So you gotta align it with the holes here. You see, or then just now we turn clockwise, so now we're gonna turn anti-clockwise. Then finally put a bit in.
Nice.
Okay.
And
And
that's
that's Scythe. for you.
Scythe. So let's now talk about Dran Sword.
Okay, so boom. Both Dran Sword and Scythe come with the winder launcher. Same thing. Here's the gear multiplier, and also it's free spinning, so it doesn't lock after you launch it, which gives the Beyblade extra spin. Oops. Okay, so now I'll put the launcher aside. It's the same thing as just now. Let's disassemble it. Bit first, then the ratchet clockwise. Okay.
So starting things off with the blade as usual, right? So here we have Dran sword. So very reminiscent of the Valkyrie shape that we
Oh,
have
yeah.
in Beyblade Burst.
I have to say this looks like Brave Valkyrie the most to me. I don't know if you agree.
I think it looks like the I don't know which Valkyrie is it, the Chozy one, the first ever Chozy one.
I can see that. Winning Valkyrie, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, yeah, I can see it.
But definitely have that Valkyrie vibes to it. Is blue color.
Blue color, three-sided.
Three-sided.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks great. And to complement the three sides, we have the ratchet, which is also three sides.
Yeah.
And it's also blue. So and Jeremy's shirt is also blue. So this is his Beyblade, I guess. But yeah, what can we say about these? The ratchet is pretty much the same as Scythe. Both of them are 60 millimeters in height, except for the fact that this ratchet right here has 3 contact points, whereas Scythe has 4.
So I have to add on, because both have 3 sides, right? Okay, this is an attack type, so the shape is more aggressive. So compared to Scythe, which is more circular, maybe I can give a comparison. There are more edges here. You'll see that in battle it's much more aggressive. Also, because this is 3-sided, right? You can kind of show your modes. Change modes, because you can have the contact points of the ratchet where the wings are at, or actually on the opposite, where the ratchet is a bit more exposed.
Is there any beneficial to have it on the other way around as compared to have it aligned with the blade?
You might want to align the ratchet with the wings, because it gives more weight on the wings, so it gives a greater impact.
More oomph.
Yep.
More mass, more power.
More power, exactly, right?
So yeah.
So that's one thing you can do with the ratchet. At least with it's 360, right?
360. And the last part is the bit. So tell us a bit more about this bit, Yasin. So this is the flat bit.
Yep. So don't
tell me it's flat, and don't tell me it's blue.
Okay, then you can.
Okay, then thank you, everyone.
But I would like to compare to tapered we have just now. You can see that the cameras. Okay, good. You can see that the flat is actually much smaller. Yeah, because tapered has it rounded off, while flat is completely flat, like a cylinder. So yeah, definitely increase of aggression with the flat bit, right? Because it's very wide. Actually, the base flat is already very wide, so you get to see that action later.
Yeah, I mean, we keep talking about it later. I think we should do it now. We already talked about the 2 Beyblades, so let's get to fighting, shall we?
Right. Let's just bring out the stadium. Okay, so now we are back after explaining about the first 2 starters and of the 2 Beyblades itself. Now we're gonna talk about the new stadium.
Yo!
Boom!
Here is the new Beyblade X Stadium!
Man, it's huge.
It is actually, yeah. It's bigger than the TV stadium, I believe.
Bigger than your face, bro.
Definitely, man.
I can wear it as a hat. Oh my god. Please don't.
Okay, so we're gonna do a quick rundown on the new point system for the Beyblade X. So it's no longer the same from Beyblade Burst already. So
so in Beyblade Burst to win you need 3 points, right? In Beyblade X you'll need 4 points. So why is that? Alright, let's talk about the stadium. You would notice, right, in the stadium there is the green color
green part
ridge, right? The green part. That is known as the extreme belt or the extreme ridge. So if we take a look at our Beyblade X base, you'll notice, we talked about it earlier, the bit, right, has those gear pieces. Those gears can actually ride on the gears of the bit, and it'll speed up the Beyblade, causing for more aggression and more explosiveness. So yeah,
got spark.
Got
no,
spark.
not yet.
My enemy and they got spark.
I wish. So let's talk about the win conditions in Beyblade X, shall we? So first of all, we have spin finish, which is when you out stamina your opponent, right? When you spin longer than them, and that would award you 1 point.
1 point. Yep. So now we move on to the next way to win, which is over finish. So basically, these 2 zones. If your bay gets into any of them, right here. Okay, I can't put it there. But yeah, so it'll be 2 points for
Right.
over finish.
Correct. And a feature that has been brought over from from burst to X is the
The
burst
burst.
finish. So Beyblade X can indeed burst, and just like Beyblade Burst, it is awarded with 2 points.
And finally, the new edition of Beyblade
Yes,
X.
so this is what Beyblade X is all about. We have the extreme finish. So you see there is this big pocket right here on one side of the stadium, right?
And-
Accompanied by it, it is a pretty big wall.
wall.
Yeah,
It's a bit
tall
hard to get into.
So if you manage to knock your opponent's Beyblade into this specific hole right here, you will be awarded with 3 whole points. 3 points, man. 3 points. That is more than half the points you need to win, man.
75%.
75%. Thank you.
Right.
3 out of 4. Quick
Quick
math.
maths.
Parapapa.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this extreme finish, right, is very special because the Beyblades would ride the belt, right? And naturally it'll come towards the center, knocking your opponent's Beyblade into that direction. But you may think the belt or these helps with the extreme finish. It's not as simple as you think.
I mean, Beyblade's movements can be pretty random. And what if there's more in the center?
Yeah, what if you just speed up so fast you launch yourself into the extreme finish? Yeah. It happens to you a couple of times when we're messing around.
Mhm.
So it happened to me too. So, you know, when we look at the stadium, we look at Beyblade X and all the battles that have been so far. A lot of people think it is luck, random, right? It's chaos within the stadium.
No skill one.
Yeah, people. That's the top comment we get, right, from people. Is
Yeah.
Beyblade X no skill one? That is false. Okay, there is skill to this. Whether you launch hard, whether you launch soft, whether
The
it's at an angle, yeah.
Or even
A
the
lot of
combos.
factors.
Yeah.
Correct, a lot of factors to it. And you would have seen in our test battle later on that it is more about the blader's ability rather than what Beyblade you use.
That's right. So if you want to find out more about Beyblade launching techniques, you know, you have the slingshot, the sliding shot,
All that. Yeah.
your
All
animate
the fancy-
run and
fancy-
jump
fancy
shot, that kind. If you want to find out more about how you can fully strategize your launching technique for the upcoming tournaments in the future, watch our next video to find out in the
Yes.
future on when we talk about the different launching techniques.
So I think we talked a lot already. You want to see the action, so let's get right to it.
Alright, Alan. Oh, before we start, you can tell that the positioning of the player is important, right? So basically, to decide where you stand, we do a scissors, paper, stone.
Okay.
Okay,
So
scissors.
you want to put it in? Okay.
Scissors,
Scissors, paper, stone. All right.
So now-
scissors, paper.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's really. Alright, so Alan, where do you want to stand?
So the stadium would be this way, correct?
Okay, so Alan
So-
has a preference for.
I'm just asking. The stadium's
Oh.
this way, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'll just stand here.
Yeah,
I'll just
okay.
stand here because I'm late. Honestly, I'm lazy to move.
Or we can
Yeah.
swap the stadium.
No. Just,
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll be
I'm
here.
happy.
Because I mean it's the winner's decision, right? So,
Yes. Thank
so
you.
winner, do you want to pick your red bay? Or do my
You
blue
didn't
bay?
really give me a choice. did I?
He just
Jeremy,
immediately
Jeremy,
took the gun
Jeremy.
sword.
Winner, you can take the red bay. So what kind of choice do I have? I guess I'll go with the red bay.
Okay,
The red bay.
Yeah.
So now we have drawn sword. I'm using drawn sword and Alan's using
Hell Scythe.
Hellside.
So yeah, let's do this. Okay.
Right, same old command. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot!
Whoa!
Wow.
Look at that.
Did we just have an extreme finish?
That's right. You
And
know.
then after that, right away, you also actually finish yourself.
Hey,
Right.
you came out first. So you know.
Okay.
Whoa.
Got
Okay,
lucky.
so we have someone with 3 points already. That's more than
75%, yeah.
Yes.
75%. That's more than half the battle.
one more point and
Yeah.
walks
But
away
the
as a
best
winner.
part is I can come back and I will.
Okay, we'll see about that. So you can see how explosive and dynamic the battles are in Beyblade X. It is fast, it is aggressive, it is extreme. So yeah, let's
Name of the game, yeah.
let's continue, man.
3. Oh, sorry, Judge.
Right, 3, 2, 1, go shoot!
Okay, very explosive.
Oh,
Oh, I am back in the game.
That's almost over, Finch. Okay.
Not happening yet.
Come back, please. Ah!
Yes.
Okay, walking away with 4-0, Scythe and Alan.
Yes.
Okay, we'll see about that. So,
Like, it's just a chaos in this stadium, and that's why Beyblade X is so fun. You know, you get to see all these explosive battles, and even though I'm not using the most aggressive Beyblade, right, can still manage to take the win. If Yasin launches too hard, he gets recoiled because he is very strong.
Yeah, very
in
aggressive.
attack, very aggressive. So the aggression can actually come back to bite you. So that you may think is complete chaos in this field, but trust me, there is strategy involved. There is a higher level of thinking whether you want to go all out or you want to pull at half strength, a tilt, etc.
So basically, with Beyblade X, with future products, you can mix and match your parts, your components, right, to create the best combo for the gameplay, right?
Okay, so now we will take a quick break while they rest up, rejuvenate, and they have another round of exciting battles coming up real soon. Okay, so we are back with another exciting test battle. This time we will have both of them to swap their base.
Give me that.
Right. Okay,
Ooh, I got red.
now we have Yasin with Scythe and Alan with Dran.
This time I will win because you see he's wearing a red shirt but he's playing a blue base.
Will that theory work? Let's find out. First to 4 point wins. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Hey, we have a first finish!
So far your theory is not working out, man, Yasin.
Dang.
Okay,
What?
so probably isn't the shirt. It's probably the user.
So as you can see, Beyblade X still has the burst gimmick, right?
Yeah, so you saw that the ratchet just twisted right off with the bit. So yeah, in Beyblade X it can still burst, and I think that's so cool.
So I just want to explain quickly how a burst works in Beyblade X. There's actually two ways of bursting. So first way is when the bit gets taken off. So that's also a burst because it's disassembled, right? The other way, which is the more usual way, is that the opposing bay hits so hard that the ratchet can turn. Well, I can't use it with my hands, but
You saw it just now.
Yeah, I saw it just now, right? So yeah. So
Right.
now the points is
Current score is at 2 points to Alan, 0 points to Yasin.
Yeah, boy.
come back.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Okay, there we go. Starting off with a real pack and a punch. Okay,
Oi.
riding on that extreme belt. We do not have a knockout.
It's been
Okay.
finished.
So 1 point to Yasin. The
Let's go.
score is 2-1. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Okay, check better. Whoa,
Whoa.
look at that.
And looks like I still managed to outspin.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Alan walking with another point, making it 3, 2, 1. Can Yasin make a comeback or will Alan walk away with 4 points? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot!
What?
Oh!
Oh, the rare time where it goes
have
out, right?
The outside finish.
Yeah, really outside
Yes,
finish.
what's the call on this?
How many points will that be?
So what would happen in that situation where a Beyblade does not get knocked out into the over zone, does not get KO into the extreme zone, but get flinged outside of the stadium? What will happen then?
Very good question, Alan. So this one has been boggling the minds of all the game masters so far. Official ruling do states that if a game master cannot make a decision on the deciding point or the way to win, the game master can make the decision to make the match restart.
Rematch, yeah. So
we'll
we have a rematch.
rematch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so that was a
Drop?
now
Can we take it as a draw?
that was a foul.
Okay. No?
So we will have a rematch. Point is still 3-1.
Yep. I think
Alright.
also you can't really call it an extreme finish because extreme finish is stated to be exactly in this pocket. So
Yeah.
Right.
unless it's knocked out through this pocket, you cannot call an extreme finish. And the over finish zones are only these two. Other areas are out of bound.
So you can think it as a sport where you're kind of supposed to be shooting the ball inside the zones and nowhere else. Kind of like how soccer, you don't score a point when you shoot outside the goal. That'll be very
I
funny.
don't know. Some people do it. Some people cannot aim one.
Yeah.
So all right, let's continue on with the battle.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Okay, let me get a wood this time. Oh, almost in the pocket.
Okay, please. So,
Right.
paper direct supposed to have more stamina, but
Okay, we have another spin finish.
So I think, despite no matter how stamina focused your bit is, if you take too much damage, you're just gonna
Yeah,
slow
you're
down,
gonna
man.
die.
Yeah.
Mm.
And this proves the point that it is not about the Beyblade, it is about the blader.
That's right.
No matter which bay I use, Yasin, you are the blader!
dang. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Mom.
okay.
The battle was dedicated to my mom, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oof. Okay, so now that we are done with the test battle, we will be back to talk about our first thoughts on two first Beyblade on Beyblade X. Okay, so we are back after the test battle. So now we move on to having our guests with their final thoughts, first thoughts and final thoughts about after playing with the Beyblade X hands-on. So what about you, Alan?
It's been fun. It's been so fun. Especially I think with Beyblade Burst the past couple of years, the meta has gone towards a more stamina based. The matches are really drawn out. Yeah, boring, man. So it's fun to have these kind of explosive action in the stadium itself. The Beyblade just fighting out each other, and I like that it is not just luck. It's not just about luck. There's a certain level of skill involved with Beyblade X. So newcomers to this might see it as luck or just you got lucky, there's no strategy.
that's just casual play.
Yeah, that's casual play. So if
Competitive
on a
wise.
higher level, right, there can be strategies implemented to how you launch them, how you assemble the Beyblade, everything plays a part. And I think that's the genius of Beyblade X, which is it's super accessible to kids who want to just have fun, just
Casual play.
pull as hard as they can, watch this Beyblade fly all around the stadium. And it also has that strategic element involved for your older crowd, right? How do I launch in a way that I don't kill myself? I don't knock myself out. I don't extreme finish myself. How do I make use of the extreme belt
Or
to
maybe,
my advantage?
or perhaps you have maybe in mind that you don't want to use the extreme build.
Yeah.
Maybe you just want to avoid getting attacked, right?
Correct. Maybe you want to conserve your stamina and find a way to avoid the extreme belt. I've seen people online already being able to flower pattern with Beyblade X. So
It's
that-
crazy, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
man.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
So there's a lot of strategy involved, and it's just waiting for you to figure them out. What about you? What do you think after battling a couple of times?
It's definitely very exciting since we came from the very stamina centric burst, especially the couple of last years, right? Like Evan mentioned. So felt like a breath of fresh air when you finally see Beyblades. Boom, 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 impact.
Yeah.
The impact really just
Yeah.
makes it really exciting and
Yeah.
explosive.
Exciting, explosive,
Extreme.
extreme
X.
sports. Yeah.
X-Men.
wrong brand.
Wrong brand.
No.
So, overall, I'm very excited to see how tournaments will go in Singapore. Just people getting their hands on it. I want to see different combos and different strategies. Beyblade X is definitely way different than the previous generations.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what kind of players will form from Beyblade X. Will we have those super serious players who analyze every step on where the Beyblade will spin, exactly where the Beyblade will go, or will we have people who just come here and be berserk, just pull as hard as you can and hope for the
That
best?
sounds like you.
Definitely.
I mean, I won both of
Fair
our
enough.
matches, so
Fair enough. You know what? Next time I'll get you.
Yeah, next we'll see about that.
Real serious. After talking about the tournaments, so we do have a sneak peek, a little news and update for you guys out there watching this locally. So the Beyblade Singapore community will be having our very first Beyblade X launch event. That's right. So it will be on the last day of October, 30th October, all the way to 5th of November. We will have an atrium event launching our very first wave of Beyblade X products, including these two fella over here and the others which we will be talking about real soon in the next couple of episodes.
Yep, certainly.
That's right. So do come down. You can grab your hands first hand onto the latest Beyblade X product at a steal. Definitely cheaper than outside.
Yes.
All the parallel importers.
But
Official local is always cheaper than parallel imported.
Definitely.
So just wait for us.
I look forward to seeing you guys there, man. It's gonna be an exciting, fun-filled week from 30th October, 30th October, all the way to 5th November. It's gonna be an action-packed week. Come down, grab your hands on the Beyblade X products, and try it out. If you never played Beyblade,
Are you gonna be
before,
there, Alan?
Of course, I'm gonna be there.
Are you gonna be there, Yasin?
Yes. Definitely. You know me.
Awesome.
Do I know you?
Maybe.
Okay.
Over here, we have the new teaser for the next episode. So we'll be talking about the Wizard Arrow and Night Shield. So
Green and yellow.
yes, that's right.
Thank you, thank you.
So we'll be talking
Stay
about
tuned.
these two in the next episode. Okay, so we have come to the end of our very first episode of our Beyblade Talk Show. So shall we give our tagline first shout out?
Oh,
Ready?
Ready?
Okay, so that's it for the end of the first episode. Remember our Beyblade Talk Show? You should!
I should.
Beyblade Just Shoot.
Right.
Yay, thank you.